Morning, everybody. Good morning. There we go. Good morning, y'all. Tan is live and in the kitchen, and this is a real quick live. Yesterday I showed y'all that I harvested. Turn that fan off. I harvested my first cucumber. Let me go and get this to the front. Yesterday I harvested my first cucumber. I took a nibble off of it to make sure it was all good. Got to do a quality test. So this morning I plan on using my cucumber to make me some cucumber pineapple water. Cucumber, pineapple, basil, ginger water. Now the cucumber and the basil came from my garden. The ginger and the pineapple came from the store. But nonetheless, it's going in my juice, in my water that I'll be drinking all day. Because Tay will be back in the yard again today. Got some other things I need to finish up, but this is how I'm going to start my day. And I'm going to taste it. I'm going to see if I need to add any sweetener. Because I'm trying to cut back on the sweets. Tam been eating everything good. And the doctor said I need to slow it down. So I will. However, I got my trusted Dusty NutriBullet right here. I'm going to go ahead and get my cucumber in this cup. My basil, that is fresh basil. That is fresh from my garden. Drop that ginger in there. And then, because during the pandemic, my goal was to learn to can. I went and bought the canner and everything. I did everything that was going on during the pandemic but can. I made wine, I made bread, but that canner, it just turned out to be something that I really wasn't going to do for whatever reason. I blame my mama. Mama used to say the canner might explode. And I guess it will explode if you don't do the right thing. But I couldn't, my mind couldn't accept. Well, I didn't feel like, I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't have done it right. But see, I got my cucumber, my pineapple, and my basil, and my ginger in that cup. I'll put my pineapple back in the freezer. It'll live to serve me again on another day. And I'm going to go ahead and get my water in my cup. Get my lid on there, and I'm about to blenderate. It's gonna be loud for a minute, y'all, but I'm gonna blenderate this cucumber, pineapple, basil, and ginger. Hey, Helen, how are you? Lucas, good morning. I'm making pineapple, basil, ginger, cucumber water today because I'm gonna be out in the garden again. I want to stay hydrated. I'm gonna get this blended up real good. Get that blended up real good. Now, I found a recipe that says you can strain this if you would like. I'm not going to strain mine. Good morning, everybody. Helen, good morning. Lucas, hey. Y'all, welcome to my live. So, I'm making myself some pineapple, ginger, cucumber water. Now, and basil. The basil came from my garden. Uh, the basil and the cucumber came from my garden. Now, I'm keeping the basil alive from a start that I bought. On a previous live, I made a portobello mushroom sandwich that required some basil. And I was buying those basil uh, containers out of the store. And I realized it was just better for me to go ahead and buy another basil plant. So I bought another basil plant. It's out there living in my garden. So that's what I pulled the basil clippings from this morning. And I'm so happy my cucumber season is finally starting. I watched a lot of other gardeners and they are already getting cucumbers. They've been making cucumber everything. I'm slow to the races, slow to the start, but I'm hoping to finish strong. I see there's a whole lot of cucumbers on my plants right now. And then while we talking, oh, so sorry for you. You would never taste the good stuff, Ellen. If and I understand that we eat with our eyes first. When I worked in the kitchen, that's why we always made stuff look really pretty on the line. And we put it on the plate. We put it up ever so nicely so you can continue eating with your eyes. But if you can't get past the visual, you'll never taste the good stuff. Cause some of it don't, it don't look good at all. But thanks for joining in. Look, this is my first eggplant. I normally grow the Ichiban eggplants, the long, skinny ones, because they're easier. I don't know. There's less preparation when I make my scrambled eggplant. But that's the first one I've harvested. There's like two or three more out on my plant, maybe more. But I also have multiple plants growing in my garden. I have multiple plants growing in my garden, so I'm hoping to get a whole lot of eggplant so I can make the roasted eggplant, the scrambled eggplant. I'm gonna get that mixed up. Let me get a stir. Just a minute. 1 minute. I'm gonna get that stir up now. A recipe that I did see suggested that I could strain this and possibly make it look less like a, what did you say, Ellen? It looks like hot liquid boiling bar. Yeah. Okay, so I could strain it and make it look less like hot liquid boiling bar. And then too, I probably will be chilling this before I start drinking it, so it will be cold. Oh, and I could put some condensed milk in it. Oh, Oh, that's good already. It's good already, but it tastes like a cucumber, basil, and pineapple. That's what it's like. But what I want to do, I feel like I want it sweet. So this is my last cup of water that I'm going to add. What I will do is get my honey. I'll get my honey in this water and I'll blend this up again so it'll go ahead and get mixed in and not just settle to the bottom. And I'll be drinking cucumber, basil, ginger water, pineapple ginger water today as I complete the work that I have to get done in my yard. And like I said, this the cucumbers came from my garden and the basil came from my garden. So I got my honey mixed in. This is my sweetener. And like I said, the recipe suggested that this could be strained. I'm not straining mine. I'm gonna get all the pulp and all the whatever. I could put some condensed milk in this, then it would be like a fresh cut maybe. Or I don't think I'm gonna say the name and get it wrong. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and taste my sweetened cucumber, ginger, pineapple water. And I'm like I said, I'm gonna refrigerate this. But once I get outside in the heat today, I'll be sitting this on the counter. And every time I take a hydration refrigeration break, I'll be coming in taking a sip of my water. And that's it. It's just right. Just like I need it to be. It's slightly sweetened, which is good because I'm gonna drink this whole thing. This is my eggplant from my garden. This is the first. This is a big one. I don't can't remember what they call these, but this is my first time growing these. I normally grow the long, skinny ones that are itchy bun, but I'm okay because this one is producing. The plant is loaded, and I got 2 or 3 more plants out there. So I'm gonna refrigerate this. And when I come in for my hydration refrigeration break after being out there in that heat all day, I'll be taking a cup of cucumber, ginger, basil, pineapple water. Sponsored by my garden. The cucumber and the basil came straight from my garden. And that's what I have today, y'all. I thank y'all for joining me on my live. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss a minute what I'm getting up to. And as always, I thank y'all for watching. And that's going to do it for this live. Yes, cucumber, ginger, basil, pineapple water. Bye, y'all.